everyone? KJ3 here, and man, I was in the middle of just laying around on my day off. Tom Brady, no longer with the Patriots. And you know what? I did not see that coming. I thought he would resign, but I have my buddy with me via phone conversation right now. Primetime 305. And man, he's been telling me all off season Brady's leaving the Patriots. So man, I was wrong. You were right, man.
Yeah,
congrats,
man,
I guess.
I wouldn't say wrong or right. It was just looking at the situation, seeing what best fits Tom Brady. And you had no opinion, and I had one. I didn't think that Brady would stay, and that they had conflicts in the past when they tried to get rid of Tom Brady before for Jimmy Garoppolo, and they pretty much got rid of him. So it was time to get rid of him again. And I think this time they weren't going to do that again. So go in different directions.
Yeah, I mean, there are major indicators. They said, Giselle and them had the suite cleaned out, professionally clean, like it's never been cleaned before. There were little indicators. They moved, closer to New York, away from Foxborough area. But man, we all just kind of assumed and thought that was smoke, but no. It's like I've been saying in my videos. Sometimes you actually got to see dominoes when they fall, and you were seeing them, and I wasn't. But yeah, where do you think Brady's going to be going, man? I know we were talking Bucks, Clippers, or not Clippers, Bucks, Chargers, Colts, like all three of them, man. Like I can see.
To me, yeah, like you brought up the Colts, and the Colts could be the team that sneak them up. I actually forgot about them. I think a lot of people are forgetting about them because they could be the team that's under the radar to come and grab him out of nowhere.
Everyone remember, they only signed Jacoby Brissett to a 2-year deal, and he will be entering his second year this year. So they do not think Jacoby Brissett is a long-term solution at quarterback. So Indy still be looking for quarterbacks. If not Brady, probably someone else out there, man. Like
the only thing that bothers me is that I don't see. I mean, even though the Colts have pretty good, solid players around them, I don't see them making any moves yet to indicate that they're trying to push for Tom Brady, whether it's cutting people or going to getting more people, because Tom Brady is asking for a lot for whatever years he's trying to stay there. He's still asking for a lot. So I don't see the coach making any moves.
He is. And speaking of moves, man, like we know Brady's a move, but let's get to some of these other moves that have been happening, because this is day 2 of free agency. So get to all of our other bigger names. Stephon Diggs, no longer in Minnesota. And DeAndre Hopkins, one of the biggest shockers, really, in Arizona now. They traded him for David Johnson. Can we get to that? Can we talk about why they would split up Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, and want to get David Johnson in return? Man, why? I don't get it.
We don't. That's a question we all are trying to figure out. We don't understand why would they make a 1-1 swap for versus player with no draft picks, no nothing, just a player for a player, especially that DeAndre Hopkins is one of the top receivers in the league. Some may argue the best receiver.
Some would argue, bro, he does not drop a pass thrown his way ever. I don't think he's dropped one in his career, and he's had bad quarterbacks.
And he done it with bad quarterbacks. And then you finally get a good quarterback in Deshaun Watson. And 2 years later, you trade him for a running back.
An injury-prone running back. Like they didn't just have that with Arian Foster down there.
Yeah.
And Lamar Miller.
You got Lamar Miller and Duke Johnson. So I don't know. We don't understand what the move for that was. So we don't understand that. But kudos to the Cardinals, man.
I mean, you pair him up with, I know Larry Fitz ain't the Larry Fitz of his prime, but Larry Fitz still gets the job done. But you got him, DeAndre Hopkins, paired up with the second-year Kyler Murray now. Good for Arizona. Oh, my gosh. That may be the steal of the offseason right there.
It definitely is the steal of the offseason. Because it was a shocker to everybody. I mean, there was rumors that saying that the Texans are willing to trade DeAndre Hopkins, but we thought for a good price. If it would have been a better price.
And we see the price, like, you even see the price that was set for Stephon Diggs last night. What exactly was in that trade? I know there was a 7th and a 1st involved, right?
Yeah, so the Bills and the Vikings the Vikings traded their Stephon Diggs to the Bills for a first round pick, a 2020 first round pick, a 2025 round pick, a 2026 round pick, and a 21st fourth round pick.
So a sixth, a fifth, a fourth, and a first, and they trade him just for David Johnson straight up.
Yep.
Yo, DeAndre Hopkins is better in my eyes.
Yep. So the Bills gave up a lot for Stephon Diggs, and the Texans,
but the Bills needed to give Josh Allen a good pass catching option. He had no one except for maybe Calais K as tight end. But yo, he was his team's leading rusher last year as a quarterback. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't, man. You need to throw it. And man, Stephon Diggs, welcome to Buffalo. That's a great destination for him. He's the guy. He no longer has to share the targets with Adam Thielen, my nickname for him, the Great White North. So now it's just Adam Thielen and Kirk Cousins and Minnie, and you got Stephon Diggs with a young Josh Allen in Buffalo. I like that trade, man. What are the other big names out there so far? You said Mariota got signed by Gruden in Vegas?
Mariota, you got to understand that Gruden never really liked Derek Carr. He never was a fan of Derek Carr. He's always been trying to get rid of Derek Carr.
I don't think he liked anyone on that roster.
Yeah, so he went out because of course
Cooper,
he got rid of
Khalil Mack.
Yeah, he got rid of Khalil Mack, which is a crazy thing. But now that he actually went and got Marcus Mariota, maybe he's more of a fan of Marcus Mariota. Maybe he's going to try something new.
And man, if they were like John Gruden had Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota and a lot of these guys, at least has been talking to him over the years or had him go through his little Gruden camp in up to them being drafted. So like John Gruden knows a lot about these guys. So if he sees something in Mariota potential that wasn't unlocked in Tennessee, then he definitely Derek Carr. He's the next guy. He's tradable. All right. He's not a free agent. So Derek Carr, Cam Newton can be traded because they're still under contract. We know Carolina may be looking to move on from Cam.
I think Cam Newton, possibly if Cam Newton get traded, is strong. I don't think it'll happen. I think it is strong. I don't know he can possibly make a run for New England. That's another thing that could happen.
I can see Cam Newton going to New England now, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of the Patriots, what quarterback do we really see filling that role?
Well, we brought up.
There's so many out there to choose from right now.
We said names before. We think Teddy Bridgewater could be an option.
Teddy Bridgewater, I think, is a leading candidate, but let's just say it's not Teddy, man. Like, I see them pulling off a trade for Cam, but I could, like, it's not the New England way to tank, but man, they know Buffalo just upgraded. Like that Stephon Diggs upgrade was to win that division now. Now with Brady leaving, that is no longer the New England Patriots division. Miami's not yet there. New York Jets are New York Jets. So Buffalo making a move to be playoff contenders for the future.
I'm not looking for New England to tank for any reason. I think
they need to get help. They need to get a quarterback and they need to get help, man. They traded away their tight end, or not their tight end, their linebacker, right?
Remember?
They just traded away their linebacker, correct?
Yep. They just traded their linebacker to Miami, my team. They traded Kyle Van Noy to the Miami Dolphins. Well, not traded. I'm sorry, they didn't trade him. He was a free agent.
But free agent didn't resign.
Yes.
Moved on from.
So that's the thing. They're losing players also. Maybe they're trying to get money to acquire money to get a new quarterback. It may be Cam Newton, who they may be trying to sign. It could be Derek Carr. Bill Belichick is a fan of Derek Carr. He always liked Derek Carr. So you can possibly go get Derek Carr. So those are.
You'd have to trade with John Gruden though, and John Gruden's not like any of these other GMs. Belichick and Kraft have been able to take advantage of in these trades, finding undervalued talent. Gruden knows talent, man. Gruden can see it. But how about Amari Cooper getting signed and Dak not yet getting signed? Can we talk about that a little bit?
which is very very strange because
Very strange.
Being that why not? First they did the whole thing with the Zeke thing, and I'm all about Zeke and any running back, marquee running back getting their money because they're time on the
Melvin Gordon this year.
Melvin Gordon, who knows where he's gonna go, but we're gonna be on the lookout for that. But also, so you franchise tag your quarterback almost in the same 3-hour window span as you sign your wide receiver to a multi-million-dollar deal. It's just.
And the thing is, they traded for Amari. They drafted Dak.
Right. So
that's what gets me. That's what really irks me. Like everyone here knows, like, I'm a Mullen guy, so I'm a Prescott guy. I'm a Dak fan. Like, why was Dak not paid, man? That makes zero sense.
So that goes to say, hey, what did do?
What are they still looking for in Prescott? I know he had a somewhat of kind of a collapse. But they fired their coach for that. That's them blaming their coach. Their coach getting fired because of the team collapsing. That's the ownership blaming the coach. That's Jerry Jones blaming Jason Garrett and firing him, getting Mike McCarthy, keeping Prescott. But why would you not pay Prescott? Are you waiting to see what McCarthy's going to do with Prescott? What else does Prescott have to show besides he's got to make the playoffs? Tony Romo never really made the playoffs, but he was paid.
We have to consider this. We really have to consider this. Jerry Jones really didn't want to fire Jason Garrett. He was kind of forced into do it. Some believe his son made him do it. He really didn't want to do it, so he wasn't really trying to put the blame on Jason Garrett. So he just fired him because his son, some say his son told him to do it. So that goes to tell me he never really believed in Dak Prescott. He thought Dak Prescott could have been a problem. So that could be a reason why he franchised tag Dak Prescott and signed Amari Cooper because he don't believe in Dak Prescott like that. So that could be a thing. So
that's interesting. I mean, in this offseason with I can't remember an offseason with as many quarterbacks available and proven quarterbacks at that available. I mean, and you tag Dak, you put a 1-year wait and see on him. I don't get it. If you're going to move on from him, move on. I get you just made a head coaching change, but if you're going to move on, move on. You pay the man, all right? Pay the man. He's your franchise face, all right? Pay the man.
It's a bad chess move. Well, you got to understand. One, you got to understand.
I understand wide receivers are more divas, but, man, pay the man.
It was a bad chess move because you got to understand something. They really believe in Zeke. They believe Zeke is the player of that team. But it was a bad chess move because you signed Zeke and you signed the wide receiver, but you franchise your quarterback.
Yeah, it's like it's the complete opposite about what why maybe a reason why Brady left is no weapons around him, man. Like Dallas is just creating weapons for their quarterback, but not reassuring their quarterback that he's the long-term solution.
Right.
And New England was doing the exact opposite. They're like, Brady, we want you. Okay, well, I need pieces around me, guys.
I think like I said, they don't believe in Dak. And also they're running a risk of Dak sitting out for the year. So what are you actually doing? You know what I'm saying? You're hoping Dak play under that franchise tag because he can sit out and go and enter free agency next year. He can do a holdout. You know what I'm saying? What other quarterback you going to have on your roster? Who's the backup quarterback?
Can't even tell you.
But I think I can't. I think it's not Mark Sanchez anymore. He was there. It's not Mark Sanchez.
Don't even tell me Mark Sanchez, bro.
Okay, so that's why it's like you're risking your quarterback. You're risking him sitting out for the year. Like you have a backup quarterback. Like you have a quality backup quarterback to substitute for him. There's not many people in the league that can do what Dak do with that squad, you know? So that was weird. We don't understand it. Nobody understands it.
And the thing is, they even got a full trial year with Dak for them to realize that they wanted to move on from Romo and Dak was the guy. And now they're like, oh, well, it's time to pay him. He's not in his rookie deal anymore. I don't know. It's like, wait a minute. You just moved on from last franchise face and declared him the franchise face, but when it comes time for payday, You don't want to pay the dude the money he owns, the money he deserves. Like, you trade for Amari Cooper and pay Amari Cooper before you sign Dak to nothing that's not just his rookie deal, which was a 4th-round pick, which is crap salary for the work that he was been putting in. Come on, pay him.
Also, that's another thing that he didn't want to bench Tony Romo either. They did not want to do that, you know. But
I know he didn't, but that was the right move.
Yeah, he was forced into doing it. So he has a special connection with these guys that I don't think he has with Dak Prescott. You know, so he didn't want to do these things. So that goes another point where he shows he didn't really believe in Dak Prescott, and he still doesn't believe in Dak Prescott. Anything that Dak Prescott does wrong, Jerry Jones could point out and say, "This is the reason I won't sign him." Because they believe in Zeke that much. They believe that any quarterback can go do what Dak do if they have the Zeke at their running back position, if they have the O-line that they have. So that's why
it's like they have a good O-line, bro, but the O-line is that good O-line is getting a little bit older and a little bit older. All right.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. That was questionable.
The NFL is a quarterback's game. All right. I'm sorry. You can't win the game by giving it to your running back 30 times a game, every game, like you could. Even with that O-line, even with Zeke, someone's going to have an off day, or that defense is going to have a better day than you. Okay? It's just going to happen. You got to win by throwing the ball.
What about
the Dallas just went through with the Romo injuries, him being so injury prone. Dallas knows exactly how important it is to have a healthy, quality quarterback consistently in their pocket, snap to snap, game to game, week to week, year to year, man. Why not pay Dak? Why pay Cooper first? I don't get it. Why not put the franchise tag on Cooper? But then again, I mean, I guess they're playing risk reward here, but it's coming off as very insulting for Dak Prescott.
Very, very much so. Now, let's talk about the night and day decisions between the two. The Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans did the exact opposite.
Re-sign Ryan Tannehill and franchise tag Derrick Henry. Smart thing, keeping the group together.
They did the exact opposite. Now, I believe personally, it's a smart thing, but I believe they should have franchised Tannehill and gave him one more year to prove it. So even though I'm a big Tannehill fan,
I honestly believe that too. I believe both franchises did it completely the wrong way.
Yep, they did it total opposite. They did the total opposite. With this, we got something that came in. It's not much breaking news, but Jordan Phillips from the Buffalo Bills went with the Cardinals. So the Cardinals are making moves. They're trying to do something.
I mean, it's Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers in their division, bro. They got to make moves.
Yep. So with the whole Tannehill Derrick Henry situation, I thought they should have did the opposite. I think they should have signed Derrick Henry because he deserved it and had Tannehill.
Yeah. Derrick Henry's the best back in the NFL, power running wise.
Exactly. So I think they did the total opposite. I'm a huge fan of Tannehill. I think you know this. I vouch for him every year.
Mr. Miami, he loves Ryan Tannehill.
But I do think they should have gave Ryan Tannehill another year to prove himself.
I think so too. But man, it's crazy. It's crazy seeing different franchises and how they value players compared to other franchises, and then you wonder why fans really get upset when they don't understand that the NFL is a business. It's a business, man. You just got to look hard enough at the details and really ask yourself questions that should be asked instead of just tuning in and listening to what the talking heads want to tell you.
Also, yesterday, we forgot about this. The Falcons tight end Austin Hooper signed with the Cleveland Browns. So the Cleveland Browns are making more moves.
Come on, man. They already have David Njoku.
Yeah, but
they not believing in Njoku?
Yeah, I don't think they're not believing in Njoku. I think they want that double tight end factor.
Are they going to trade Odell then? Are they going to move on from the Odell Landry combo, or are they going to give that another year? I mean, or are they blaming it on Baker that like Cleveland? Way to go. You add another piece, and you leave everyone with more questions. Cleveland Browns.
We don't know. So we don't know. Kareem Hunt is also, he's still out there for free agency. So we don't know what's going on with that. It's a lot of things going on here, so you got to stay tuned, man.
What are other biggest moves that happened that we haven't covered yet?
We have Eric Flowers signed with the Miami Dolphins. I don't understand that move because he sucks. But that's not. Todd Gurley. The Rams are looking for talks to Todd Gurley, so we don't know where he can go.
Todd Gurley's falling apart.
Body wise. Kirk Cousins. I forgot to tell you about with the whole Browns situation. Kirk Cousins had went to the Browns. He signed with the Browns. 3-year, $18 million deal. So they could be questioning Baker Mayfield.
Kirk Cousins left Minnesota. Wow.
He left the Washington Redskins to go. I'm sorry, not Kirk Cousins. Case Keenum. I'm sorry, Case Keenum.
Oh, I was about to say Case Keenum.
Case Keenum signed with.
Yeah, I mean that's smart, bringing in a journeyman quarterback to help get your rookie potential face of the franchise act together. I agree with that.
Yep, Jimmy Graham moved on to Chicago. He went to the division rivals and Chicago Bears. So
Jimmy Graham ain't Jimmy Graham anymore.
Yeah, he's not. Hopefully he can revive his seat, but with that,
did the Packers make any moves, man? Like, what are they gonna do to help Rodgers? I keep asking this, but like,
Packers have made no moves. They're losing more players than they're receiving. So I don't understand.
Poor Aaron Rodgers, man. You put a good team around him, he has 2 more championships.
The Packers have made 0 moves.
Aaron Rodgers to move on from the Packers.
What I'm thinking, I guess what we're doing is this is a Tom Brady watch that we're on right now.
I mean, this NFL free agency basically just became a part Tom Brady watch. That's for dang sure.
It's definitely a Tom Brady watch. On the other players that we have, I know we talked about AJ Green before, but
AJ Green, yeah, I mean, does he want to stick around and be the guy for a young Joe Burrow and actually, lead Cleveland, or does he just want to go and ring chase? And man, he always franchise tag. Okay.
Franchise tag. I think franchise tag is probably the worst thing you can do to a player.
Honestly, with AJ Green, they had no other option. Like, they want to give AJ a chance with Joe Burrow, but AJ didn't want to stay there. He wanted to take this time to take his ball and go, but whatever, man. Franchise money is franchise money with the franchise tag. So I'm sure AJ will love part rehabbing under that increased money, but I still expect AJ Green to look to see better pastures.
Yeah,
whether it be this year or next year. I don't see him staying in Cincinnati for too much longer.
Okay, so let's
He's
talk
too
about
good. He's too good too.
Let's talk about possible players on the go. I have a few on my mind. We know Tom Brady.
Well, we know Derek Carr, definitely. I mean, with Marcus Mariota getting signed, Derek Carr is definitely a possibility. Cam Newton, we're not sure if Carolina wants to move on. Both those guys are under contract. That's why I bring them up first.
Okay, so now
other players on the go, yeah.
We have other players like Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley. He is not the Todd Gurley that I had on my fantasy team 2 years ago that destroyed. He is got paper knees, man. He's got these little glass knees, and he keeps getting hurt. This arthritis, whatever it is, it sucks. I don't blame the Rams for wanting to move on from him. Now, if he was still the Todd Gurley of 2 years ago, I'd say no. But this Todd Gurley's just getting hurt, bro. He's still in his mid-20s.
Yep.
That's terrible for a running back.
Yep. So now, what about Melvin Gordon? He's kind of been on a decline also. He's still out there.
I mean, I know we joked about it, but it wasn't kind of too much of a joke in Miami.
Yeah,
but Miami needs a quarterback first, so unless they want to really rock with Fitzmagic again and give him Melvin Gordon and see where they can get in that division that no longer has Tom Brady in it. But like I said, Buffalo making moves too.
And that's where the fight comes in at. So now it's like, okay, Buffalo's making moves, Miami's making moves. Okay,
Melvin Gordon's worth trading for and worth paying. That's just it. He's worth it. Melvin Gordon, yeah.
I'm saying, hold on. Melvin Gordon's actually, I believe he's a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, he's a free agent. He's just looking to get signed.
He's worth paying, man.
Of course, he's worth paying for any team if you got a
He just didn't want to play for a franchise playing in a soccer stadium. Come on, man. Can you blame him?
So, let's talk. Wow.
Phillip Rivers literally said for the last 15 years, I've been playing in front of empty stadiums. I don't see the problem. He tweeted that, bro. Phillip Rivers. That is such a slap in the face to any Charger fan. Oh, my gosh. That's a slap in the face.
Let's talk about the AFC East for a moment. Now that the dynasty is pretty much gone.
Now that the dynasty has fallen. New England ain't winning it this year, depending on who they get at quarterback. I see it being Buffalo only because, yeah, I'm not taking that Sam Darnold, Adam Gates combo, and I'm not believing in Adam Gates. We know him being a Miami fan. He told me everything wrong about Adam Gates. I don't trust the man. I don't know why New York signed him. Miami doesn't have a quarterback unless you consider Ryan Fitzpatrick your quarterback.
So
Ryan Fitzpatrick did a great thing in fucking up a tank job last year to get Joe Burrow. They could have gotten Joe Burrow this year, but Ryan Fitzpatrick just had to win. Like, Miami doesn't know what to do. So I'm saying Buffalo's winning that division, man. Hosting the game in the playoffs.
Well, you know what my heart is. You know that, right? So you know I'm gonna go.
I know, but tell me how Miami wins and Buffalo doesn't win the division.
No, I'm gonna speak on it. So I'm not gonna ignore the fact that Buffalo just made the playoffs. I can't ignore that. That they just made
two times in the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, and they had their first 10-win game in a minute. So
first 10 you win season, and wow.
Hell, I hate Buffalo, but
I know you do.
Now,
I'm not a fan of the Bills either. I don't see any other team winning that division, man. But then again, I said Cleveland would win the division last year, so that was a hot take.
Along with a lot of people, but this is why I believe the Dolphins not gonna fight. They're fighting for the division. I believe the Dolphins will win the division. But this is why I think so, because the players on that team. A lot of people last year said that Miami was the worst team in the NFL, and they were. But people don't understand that these players was at first they kind of was like they didn't believe in Adam Gates. But as the season went on, you could say they was fighting for Adam Gates. That gave us those 5 wins. A lot of people said that players would not be wanting to go to the Dolphins because of last year's performance. But after toward the end of the year, when they seen that we were fighting, and we also
I get it, and man, it's a lot like what happened with Tennessee's football and college football too. They had a very good ending of the season.
Yeah.
By winning games, and not just winning games, but how they were winning games.
Now.
I mean, they beat the Patriots to cost them a first-round bye, or not a first-round bye, but yeah, it cost them a first-round bye. They had to play in the wild card and then lost the wild card because they lost to the Dolphins in Week 17. So
now the narrative have changed about the Dolphins, not about the Dolphins possibly being the worst team for years to come, but it's all now they have players are actually wanting to go to the Dolphins. Players are actually wanting to play for Brian Flores, and now we have you're right. We don't have a quarterback like the Buffalo Bills do, but I believe that they're going to draft a quarterback.
Dennis, has the season started yet? That is my answer. Sorry, go on. Had a comment on the page.
I believe that the Miami Dolphins are going to draft a quarterback. I want Justin Herbert. I think he's a quarterback. If we get Tagovailoa, I don't know what to say.
I think y'all should get Tua instead of Herbert, man. But either should be good. I just think Tua will be the better guy.
Okay, I root for any quarterback that comes to my franchise, except for the other guy,
Jameis.
No, not Jameis. The other Cutler.
Yeah.
Now,
Jay Cutler
and Jameis too.
and Jameis.
But yeah, I believe that Miami can give Buffalo a fight. It's gonna be a fight between them two. Now we don't have the Patriots in that, but I'm not gonna discredit. I'm not gonna count out Bill Belichick and his genius now. So we always still have to look out.
We still do have to look out for Belichick. Like the Patriots, it's not just the one player. It's a machine. It's a machine. It's an organization. They're still going to be good. All right, they're still probably going to win like 6 to 10 games, maybe. But like, the first time they have that big old question mark at quarterback. Because remember, they went from Drew Bledsoe to Tom Brady. Now they have Tom Brady and question mark.
For the first time in a long time, we can
over 2 decades. First time New England's had a question mark at quarterback.
We can question,
except for the year Brady tore his ACL.
Who is going to win the AFC East? Since for the first time since 2008, who is going to win the AFC East? That's the question that we haven't asked.
AFC East, man, up for grabs.
Up for grabs, and that's going to be interesting to watch. So you got Buffalo. Of course, I got my team, man. I would not. My heart would not make me root for Buffalo. I can't do it.
Yep.
Yeah. So right now we're still on this Tom Brady watch. Nothing has happened yet, but I expect him to sign very soon.
I don't think it'll be today.
No, you don't think it'll be today?
I don't. I think that may be tomorrow.
Speaking of Randall Cobb went to the Texans earlier, so I don't know. Understood. He got Randall Cobb.
So you trade DeAndre Hopkins, get David Johnson, and signed Randall Cobb. Okay.
Yep. I guess they're trying to.
You signed Aaron Rodgers. Sloppy seconds.
I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to avoid paying DeAndre Hopkins and using that money that they could have paid with DeAndre Hopkins to not get a quality but quantity. You know what I'm saying? I think they're trying to get more quantity than quality. I think they want more players, like 5.
But it's not like Watson wasn't using Hopkins the way Hopkins should be used.
Right. I just think they feel like
that's just it. Watson is a sideline thrower, and Hopkins the best sideline catcher in the NFL, if not the best pass catcher in the NFL.
Because I understand that these receivers that I'm about to name are not quality, like not DeAndre Hopkins. But if you get more of them, besides paying DeAndre Hopkins all that money, so now you got.
That's just it. It was a P for P, man. They didn't even get any picks.
You got that's true. So you got Randall Cobb, Will Fuller, Kenny Stills, and some other guy that came there before. And so I don't understand the running back situation. They already had 2 running backs in Lamar Miller and Duke Johnson. I don't know if the injury to Lamar Miller scared them to get David Johnson, but I don't know.
To trade away DeAndre Hopkins, no injury should scare you that much. Okay.
Hey, I think
that's a sleep on it, wake up to see if it still makes sense. And if your gut says no, don't do it. And you know what? Everything about that trade says, why did you trade Hopkins? They have to know something we don't, man.
I think we both agree that they should have got more than just David Johnson out of that trade.
He's worth it. The value of DeAndre Hopkins is greater than just a David Johnson.
Yep.
That's a steal. That's the biggest steal.
Also, the Cowboys signed Greg Zerline.
Greg the Leg Zerline, he left the Rams?
Yep.
Oh, man, that's a good kicker playing inside a dome now. But then again, he would have been playing in a dome in L.A. this year, so he wanted to move on from the Rams. That's one of the strongest legs in the NFL, man. Greg the Leg Zerline. Cowboy.
The Cowboys, they're making few moves. They're questionable with the whole Dak Prescott thing.
Then again, you just look at Dallas's roster and you're like, oh, they should win the division, but yet they lost in a division winning deciding game in like week 16 against Philly, bro. Like they had a chance and they lost.
Yep. Couldn't even make the playoffs, man.
No, they couldn't even win a division in a week 16 division winning game. That was a playoff game in week 16.
And I was one that was advocating that they could push for the Super Bowl. Not even close.
You look at the roster, you think, yeah.
Not even close.
Nah, man, they didn't even make it.
I was like, yeah, they're gonna go. Not even
And it wasn't even a close game against Philly, bro. Philly won that easily. It's like they didn't show up. It's like they didn't want to play in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like they did. It's like they was like, all right. I think the players gave up on Jason Garrett.
I think so too, man. But this free agency is gonna be crazy. It's with all these coaches gone, all these players moving around, man. It's just like the NBA last year. Honestly, the NBA and the NFL, when it comes to star power, and the NFL star power means quarterbacks.
Yep.
These last free agencies, man, NBA 2019, NFL 2020, it's some of the craziest stuff going on, only because all these franchise face players are moving destinations, and there's so many available at once. You have no idea where they're going to be. Very, very interesting, which is why you should subscribe, man. This is one of a couple videos that Primetime and I are going to be doing, man. If you want to go ahead and follow him, you want to give out your follow info?
Yes, man. You can follow me on Twitter. It's self-written. At self-written.
At self-written, one word.
That's self-written. You can follow me on Instagram, Prime the CEO.
Prime the CEO on IG. And for me, IG. KJ3 Reaction on both.
Yep, KJ3. I wish mine was that simple. Now, new update. The Chargers are the Bucs are heavy favorites over the Chargers because of the Tyrod Taylor situation. So, looks like Tom Brady could be headed to the other Bay Area. It's Tampa.
Tampa Bay. Oh, we'll see, man. Definitely as soon as Brady lets everyone know, we'll be going live again to give you another free agency update. But as always, Prime, appreciate you being in the video. And like I said, man, subscribe if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. KJ3 signing off, man. I'm trying to cover more than just college football.